Guys, it's Will. Hopefully you're having a great day today. Thanks for consistently showing up, learning, and growing with me here. That's the type of energy that shapes us to make great trades and investments. In today's moment is NVDA. They're reporting earnings. We posted our earnings for NVIDIA and what we're expecting them to do over in StockMate, and after hours, they're reporting today. This is a really exciting event. Not always do we have the highly anticipated sticker on the StockMate earnings, but we do always have our daily live trading sessions where you can see us trade live like we did this morning. If you want that in StockMate, it's the second link down below to join. Wednesday, after hours today, NVIDIA is reporting. And this is not just any reports. This potentially could be a market-moving report and could redefine or shape this AI boom that we're in, impacting data centers. It's going to impact semiconductors. It's going to impact almost every industry, even robotics. See, this morning we were trading served robotics, and so far we're up about over $200 profit so far today. And this is exactly what we're looking for NVIDIA, to keep the robotics industry going, to keep the AI defense companies going. So today is one of those days that is a pivotal day for the market. So if you were to get ready for NVIDIA earnings today, doesn't mean, trust me, you don't want to bet big on the earnings. We could see it go anyway, right around earnings. And they are reporting earnings today, looks like after hours. And we're going to see them at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So in about 2 hours. Now, Wall Street is predicting that they're going to come in with about $46 billion in sales, that their EPS is going to be around $1.01, which implies about a 53% year-over-year growth. They've really crushed expectations 11 of the last 12 quarters, and oftentimes they surge around earnings. Now, not a time to bet in either direction, but the options market right now are pricing in for 6% plus moves after earnings today. So it could be one of the biggest swings that we've seen after earnings if they do push up. And they usually, on average, they go up about 3% per earnings over the last few quarters. So we see that they're coming in $44 billion in revenue last reporting. So they're looking to increase that with their balance sheet up to $125 billion. They're the most valuable company in the world. And so we're going to jump in here. One thing that we really like to focus on with NVIDIA is that there's some pressure with China and with the semiconductors. With the Trump administration is basically having a 15% revenue share with the US government between them and NVIDIA in the Chinese market. So the market sentiment is definitely right now, AI has been growing really fast. But what we're looking for these earnings with NVIDIA here after hours is going to be if we continue to see real world value develop in AI, or if this could be more of a bubble and this could be the start of what a correction would look like. You can see that NVIDIA is at all-time highs. It's scaled up to about $185 a share ahead of these earnings. And this is what we'll be watching when the results come out today. Number one, we'll be looking for, did the earnings beat the expectations from Wall Street? How does the guidance look for their income over the next few quarters? And what's it look like with China and that hyperscale demand? Are we going to see any conversation around the Chinese tech? And also, what's in the pipeline? We'd like to hear some commentary from the CEO and get an idea about the Blackwell chips and what new markets they're growing into. We know they have more of a focus on data centers, kind of like how NVIDIA has been positioning themselves. But here's why it matters just beyond like having really good earnings here. What we're looking for is if they come in with some good earnings, this is a heavyweight earnings call. So if they come in negative or not negative, but something that's not favorable, that could definitely hit the S&P 500, NASDAQ, both lifted heavily by AI optimism. So here's the game plan for long-term investments, I'm going to continue to hold. We're going to have a live reaction for sure. We'll do a earnings call around the time of their report, and we can look at the numbers and see how it affects their stock in real time. When we were looking at today how they were moving, they started the day off with a dip right at market open and then recovered throughout the day. So just kind of a quick chart look. A lot of companies started that way, and that's normally when we trade, we buy the dip in the market open. It's pretty often, depending on how the pre-market looks. Now, we're going to determine whether this is a buy, a hold, or a sell. Probably not a sell, but with NVIDIA, you're usually looking at some of the biggest moves the stock makes right around earnings time, like most companies. And so we're going to be diving in at market open, see how it is. What do you think about the earnings? Do you think that these moves, the massive expansion to robotics, they're powering, Apple, they're powering Microsoft, they power basically every big tech company relies on GPUs. ChatGPT relies on GPUs from NVIDIA. They're the most valuable company in the world right now, publicly traded. And so, this is a big earnings call. What do you guys think is going to happen? What are you looking forward to? I personally hold NVIDIA long term, and I've been holding it, buying it for years, and I continue to buy it. Back when I was working in solar, 2020, when I was doing installations years ago, I remember I would just buy $20 a day worth of NVIDIA stock, and at that time, they were actually around that price per share, around $20 a share. Now they're up here around $181. I can actually probably go see that 2021, 2020 back here. Yeah, they were around $20 a share. I was buying a share a day basically. And now they're at 184. They're scaling. We could see them, if they have good earnings, really continue to drive up this AI boom. If we have good earnings and then pair that with potential rate cuts from the Fed, we could see the market really continue to roar. Otherwise, if they come in not so favorable, we could see some corrections in the near term to watch closely. Appreciate you all. Comment your thoughts below on NVIDIA. And also, we are trading this morning Serve Robotics. As I mentioned, we trade robotic stocks, quantum computing, AI companies. And if you want to know how to do technical fundamental analysis and be on the right side of the market in these times and avoid having heavy losses from corrections in AI and things like that, learning how to manage risk, Stockmate is the second link in the description down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you. Hit the like button if I earned it, and I'll see you in the next video.